What is active recall? Is it studying while jogging on a treadmill? Well, that's considered active, but that's quite not what I was thinking. Active recall is the act of retrieving information from your brain without looking at a cue like your notes or a textbook. It forces you to recall from memory, and this, in effect, enhances the synaptic connections associated with it. But I'm sure you don't care about the actual science behind it, but rest assured, active recall is extremely evidence-based. But I know you're interested in the actual ways to do it, so let's get into the 4 ways to active recall. But first, you need to hit that red button below. I think it says subscribe or something, but you know, what do I know? First active recall method is flashcards. Whether you make them on paper or you create them digitally, you cannot go wrong with some good old flashcards. I like to use apps like Anki because you can create your own digital flashcards, and it integrates spaced repetition into there as well. And I actually have a video on how to use Anki, which I'm gonna link right up here. You can create questions on your note cards and try to answer those questions before you flip them over. And this is really trying to actively recall what the answer is. And this works really well for memorizing a lot of information very quickly, but it's not so helpful for like synthesizing all the information together. The second method is the Feynman technique. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna summarize everything you learned, and you're gonna try to put it into terms that a 5th grader can understand. So you can say it to yourself out loud, or you can say it to a friend. It really helps by condensing what you've learned into simpler words and relating it to what you know. And if at any point when you're explaining it, you have any difficulties, then this means that you have to go back and refresh your memory on that certain topic. The third way to active recall is to write it down. Instead of just reading the notes that you already took maybe a couple days before or a week before, start off fresh with a blank piece of paper, or maybe you're typing on your computer, and try to recall everything you know about a certain topic. And do this without referring to any other material. Yes, it takes longer, but this investment in time helps you to encode way better, and it's definitely worth it. And only after you've written everything that you can possibly remember, go back and see what you've missed and understand why you might have forgotten it, and really drill down on those things that you have forgotten or on those areas that just don't make sense to you. Especially if you have no idea where to start and you're trying to review for an exam, this method is way better than just passively reviewing everything and really feeling overwhelmed. The fourth and final way to active recall is questions. Whether it's tests, quizzes, or practice questions, these all serve as a good way to figure out what area you are weakest in and to pull all the information together. Questions tend to span across multiple topics, and professors will usually create questions in this kind of format. This is why you should really prioritize practice questions, because it will help you do well in your classes, because you're kind of simulating what exam day might look like, and the more you do that, the less stressful it'll be, the better you'll get at it. And what's really cool, the more you do practice questions especially, your intuition of the topics and of the course in general gets much better. You can start to predict how material might be asked on the exam, and you start to really easily recognize what the question is asking on a practice question or on the exam. So no matter what, even if you feel like you're not ready to do it, always make time for practice questions. I also realize that maybe not all disciplines will have really good practice questions, but you can make your own questions, you can find some on the internet, you can ask your professor, you can ask other students. It's all on you. Get control of your learning and understanding that questions are some of the best ways to learn, so go and seek it out. Be sure to give this video a big old thumbs up. It really does help out. If you want more helpful ways to study, then check out my free course link below. It gives you everything you need to know, and it's only 40 minutes. And like I said, it's actually free. And check out the website I've been working on for over a year for all my students. There's tons of free templates on there that I want to really pass on to every single student out there. So make sure you check out that. Tell your friends, tell your organizations, tell your school. But either way, my name is Camille. I will see you later. Have a wonderful time.